evening, 11:11. We're about to get into a karmic reading and see what's up in Karmicville. All right. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. I really hope that things are going to go okay for you in your situation. I really appreciate you stepping in for a moment, watching and liking the video. All right. See if I can turn a little light on. Okay. Let's shed some light on this situation. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me with these tarot cards. Show me the truth about what's happening in the karmic relationship. I don't want to dive into my viewer and what's going on with them or any other person. I just want to see what's happening with the karmic. All right, so bottom of the deck for the karmic, we've got the Magician coming in reverse. That is, I'm out of control. I'm acting like I have it all together, but I don't. I'm pretending to myself and others that everything's okay. I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm going to do. I'm walking around confused. I feel like I don't have the power or control to choose something different or to choose something new in my life. I feel helpless. And I also feel like I'm being fooled by someone. Under that, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups in reverse. I don't have a lot of choices. I'm put between a rock and a hard place. That's the elephant in the room. The karmic is very controlling and in a masculine energy, whether it's male or female, doesn't really matter. The karmic is just trying to manage everybody. The karmic feels like without them, the whole house would fall down. Everything would fall apart. The karmic feels like they have to be the man in the relationship, whether they're male or female, doesn't make a difference. But they feel like they have to be the man. They have to bring home the money. They have to be responsible. They have to take care of the home. They have to take care of the children. The karmic feels like they know what to do and what to do is best. Like they know what's best and what to do, I guess is what I'm trying to come off with that. The karmic is powerful and definitely in control, but possibly not making very good decisions with the Magician in reverse. Kind of doubt that. It's a great decision. Let's see what else is going on. Ticking time bomb in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. The Devil card in the reverse. Two of Cups in the reverse. Two of Wands. Reverse. King of Cups in the upright. Bottled up emotions in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. The karmic really wants this relationship to be beautiful, to work, to be happy, to be in love, and to just have a good life, you know? I just want to be with someone that I love, and I just want to have a good relationship, and I want to have a nice home, and I want to have a nice family, and I want to have a nice life. What's wrong with that, right? Here's the deal. The karmic knows that they're not happy, and possibly their partner is not happy, but they're doing their best to keep the bomb from going off. They're doing the best to keep it all together. And this is equivalent to walking on eggshells. Yeah, so at home in Karmicville, it's like I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I don't want to do the wrong thing, or I'm going to set the bomb off. I'm walking on a minefield. I have to act like I'm happy, but I'm not. And there's also this energy of somebody that promised more, but didn't deliver. So somebody in this relationship was like, I promise we're going to have babies, or we're going to get married, or we're going to buy a house, or we're going to move to this state, or whatever it is. It's like, I promise. And then the promises don't happen. They don't come true. So Two of Wands, the path in reverse is I'm not going in the right direction. And you said we were going to be somewhere else, but we're not. I feel like there's been a lot more arguments lately at the karmic household because the karmic isn't really trying to hold back their feelings or emotions anymore. They're very expressive. And a lot of what they've expressed is, I've been waiting for a long time, and you are not fulfilling the end of your bargain. Like, we had a deal. You're supposed to go ahead along with that. What's the deal? What's the problem? And the other person is like, well, I'm not happy with you, and I'm not in love with you. Why would I? How could I fulfill my end of the bargain? King of Cups, Emperor, Knight of Pentacles. I get the feeling there's a third-party situation. Your eyes see to the depths of my soul. I miss your warmth. Cold shoulder. Sinking into the depths of sadness. Under pressure. Commitment wants to pop out. And drowning in my depths. Wait, I'm drowning in my despair for you. All right. You know, despair, and both of them have their hand reached out. So under pressure, it's like I'm sinking into the depths of sadness. I'm drowning in despair. We definitely have someone here that feels like they can't breathe. They can't move. This is just terrible. I do feel that they see there's a problem. They know there's a problem, but they don't talk about it. So there's this cold shoulder, and it's like, I'm giving you a cold shoulder because you're not being committed to me. I want commitment. I know something's wrong, and I hate that we can't talk about it. I hate that you're pretending like we're okay, because we're not okay. But at the same time, the karmic is also pretending that they're okay when they're not okay. There's a lot of pretending going on. How long are they going to pretend? Let's see what's been tried to be said. Air energy, communication, strategy, ideas, thoughts, anything. Give me some action, do something, communicate with me. That's what's being said. Communicate with me. Talk to me. I need you to talk with me. Why? Because I want to fix this. I want to fix things between you and me. I don't want this to be over. And again, we have, I want to fix this. I want to fix this. Just how? Feeling scared and confused. Major life changes, not the same person you remember. Sorry for my dog snoring, guys. Anyways, this person has changed. And there's no going back. We have here blocked, feeling restricted, blocking communication. There's some emotional walls up for sure. Guys, the karmic is just miserable, to be honest, miserable. Anybody would be miserable drowning in a relationship where they can't talk to someone. Because every time they talk, they think it's going to turn into a huge battle. A big argument, a big battlefield, and it's just going to disrupt the whole house. And so there's this frustration, kind of unsettling frustration. And they go around the house with this coldness of like, I'm with you, but I'm not. I'm here, but I'm not. I want to say something, but instead I'm kind of asking, how's the weather? How was your work day? When really it's like, I want to get to the root of the problem. I want to be deeper with you about this. The one thing that they really want to address with their partner is, where are we going? What is our status? Are we moving forward, or are you comfortable just like this? Because somebody is treading very carefully to not scare the other person away because they don't want them to go. But they also don't know where they stand. And there's been a lot of years here with the Knight of Pentacles, like this is the loyal knight. I've been trudging along by your side. I've been trying. I've been staying. I've done everything, but I need to know where this relationship is headed. Do you have plans for us in the future? Because I love you. For some whatever reason, I love you. And this is the sadness and the sickness for the karmic. They are so dedicated and loyal and sticking to a relationship, even though they're not happy, and even though they know with every ounce of their body something's wrong, and there's probably secrets, lies, and other things going on. But whatever reason, they still try to love this person. It's like something is going on with the karmic that they still love someone that's doing this. Why would they still love this person? Let's go ahead and ask. Why are they even in love with someone that is not really telling them where they stand in the relationship? Why do they want to fix it so bad? Bottom of the deck is she who enfolds, entrente, suave, embrace, self-care. Okay. We also have she who changes, iris, transformation, change, and enchantment. This karmic has really long hair, by the way. That might be like their signature. Even if it's a man, perhaps they've got some really long hair. Let's go ahead and see. It says here, she wears a waxing moon on her forehead and a curving snake on her arm. Both of these are emblems of change. The moon reminds her of how the cycle goes from waxing to full to waning. The snake, the ultimate angel of transformation, sheds its skin to live again, to grow. The snake's magic reminds us that as long as we are never stagnant, we will continue to reinvent ourselves. It is the power of transformation that invites us to celebrate the enchantment of the moment. The skin of yesterday is to cloak yourself with this new persona. Iris asks if you're ready to do this. Iris brings the message that you are in a moment of change. You can choose to move into your new self or pull back on the self that you were before. There is nothing static about this issue. They're not supposed to put so much weight on something. Instead, they're supposed to take a step back, remind themselves that the moon cycle changes with the seasons. If you remember that all things change, you will find yourself prepared to adapt to an ever-cycling world. For the karmic, it's why am I fighting this change? Why am I fighting that we're no longer happy? Why am I fighting that you no longer want to move forward with me? Why am I fighting that you and I have very different visions for the future? Second, how can I flow into this transformation? And what do I need to do to honor this cycle? Hi, Insane Justice. Good to see you, honey. You're the first person to say anything live in my chat after 16 minutes. So you know what? You're going to get a couple free cards after the video. Okay? So hang in there. So what do I need to do to honor this? Really, they're just fighting the change. The karmic is just frustrated and upset. The karmic wants this to be the same as it was, and they're not. We have major life changes. I'm not the same person. Yet you want to go forward with me, don't you? You want to have a future with me. Why? What am I offering you? And that is the Two of Cups in reverse. What are you offering me? Nothing. You're not even offering me marriage or commitment. All right? And so the karmic is just sitting here like, I want whatever you have to offer, but at the same time, you used to offer me marriage. You used to offer me this and that. The devil lies. The devil is a liar. And hey, maybe that person meant it back then, but they don't mean it anymore. Somebody here has changed with the seasons, changed with the times, changed with the years. They no longer feel the same way about the karmic as they used to. And the karmic just stays here dedicated. They're desperate. I hate to say that, but we have despair. I really hate to use the word desperate for someone, but God, this karmic is very desperate for some reason to hang on to this very unhappy relationship, and they're just squeezing for dear life. This relationship is not happy, and that means there's no intimacy the way that it used to be. There's no honesty, there's no loyalty, and there's no trust, and there is no romance. There's no love. Four of Cups, King of Cups, Two of Cups in reverse. Listen, there's just no love here. And the karmic is not okay with feeling rejected. I think that's what it is. They're just hanging on. And you know what they're using to keep into this relationship? Stability. Financial security and stability. So to the karmic here, your wound is probably not your fault. You didn't do anything to deserve the damage that you took. But your healing is your responsibility. And I say this so much. It's not the karmic's fault that the person they loved went back on their word, changed on them, stopped having feelings. maybe cheated, lied, deceived, whatever. It's not the karmic's fault that they did all of that, but it's the karmic's responsibility to leave or to get out of here, because you'll never be free of the people who harmed you until you take full responsibility for your own healing. No matter what family you were born into, what body you got stuck in, or what weird stuff has happened along the way, this is your life, karmic, and no one else's. Be tender to the parts of you that are hurt, the parts of you that are struggling, the parts of you that are rejected. Take ownership of your beautiful, dented, pieced together self. If you blame this other person for who you are, you give them ownership over you. Focus on what you can do right now to be your own healer. Okay. Bottom of the deck is stop trying to skip the effing struggle. And for me, this is stop trying to skip the inevitable. And that's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to avoid what needs to be done, which is a breakup. And right now, without saying anything, the karmic is avoiding the tower. Having control with the emperor to, I've got the money, I've got the house, I've got the kids, everything's cool. And it's just not. Slowly, at the end of the day here, this is going to run its course. And it's happening against or with their will. There's an avoidance here, but I will say the cards are predicting within 60 days, this karmic relationship is going to be headed for some kind of a storm, some kind of a, I believe, somebody walking out, packing their bags, and either letting the karmic know I'm moving, or the karmic getting in a fight and bringing up, you need to move. But somebody's going to bring up moving within about 60 days because this is just too much. That puts us at October, November. So we're talking mid-November, right around the holidays. And this seems to be a cycle. Every time the holidays come around, boom, we're right back where we were. I'm not happy. You're keeping secrets. Why are we still doing this? Anyways, what does this other person that they're with feel? Because, you know, karmic's walking on eggshells. So what does the person feel being with the karmic? The person feels like, yeah, cow skull, it's an abrupt ending. They're just waiting for the last ball to drop. They already know it's over. Pine cones, spiritual realization. They're like, I know intuitively that you and I are over. Books, education, and knowledge want to come out. The wheel moving forward. Wow. They just know. They know it's over. They know it's time to close shop. It's time to close shop. How does this person feel about the situation? Why are they giving the karmic the cold shoulder? Or why are they just not into the karmic anymore? Number one, we have, I've been hurt so badly before. Excuse me. I'm afraid of the damage you could do. I've never loved like this before. To have you and lose you would be my undoing. So they're just not into it. There's an ex or someone that they've been with before that it didn't work out with, and they're just not fully invested into this. They're just not. They're missing someone a lot lately, and they do miss the way things were. I miss the way things were between us, but I can't help that there's major changes and we're just not the same people. I feel selfish not giving you the time and energy and attention you crave, but I also can't bring myself to give it to you. Sometimes I feel like it's not possible for you to care as much as you say you do. I think it's BS, like it's not real, and one day the truth will just be revealed. So I'm just staying prepared, vigilant, and guarded. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. Please help me figure this out. So it feels like there is love here, but they're just not invested. There's just not. Why are they not invested? Because the karmic is 100% in, but the person they're with is just not invested. So why are they not invested in the karmic? What is it about the karmic that makes them just not give themselves to this? What is it about the karmic that, I mean, I don't know, like what happened to this person? We have life renewed, clearing, I'm sorry, whoops, I'm sorry, and secrets. Okay, they used this karmic as a stepping stone. The karmic was there during a period of their life in which they were being reborn. They were not a butterfly yet, nor were they a caterpillar. There was some kind of middle ground. So this person was not quite ready for the relationship, but somewhat. This person was not over an ex, but they tried to move on by being with this person. And then when they finally healed from the ex relationship, they realize they're just not the same person and they're not on the same page with the karmic. And that the karmic isn't aware of so many secrets that they're not telling her or him, that loyalty has been an issue. I do feel like this person has not been loyal to the karmic, so there's been some infidelity. And they have not let the karmic realize that. The karmic is unaware, blocked. They don't want the karmic to realize, Ten of Swords, that there's been knives in their back. And they're like, it would break your heart if you knew how absolutely unfaithful I've been throughout our whole relationship. And I've manipulated you into believing, and we do have a master manipulator here with the Magician, Gemini, Virgo. But it's like, I've manipulated you into believing that I'm loyal, that I am this person. But here's the truth. I'm not that person. What was that movie with Matt Damon where he was like pretending to be somebody else? Mr. Tate or something like that? I don't know. But anyways, we have somebody that's pretending. And the karmic's like, you didn't have to pretend. I love you. I want to be here in this with you. But you're pushing me away. And it's like, this person's like, I know. And I can't be there for you like that. I'm not who you think I am. If you knew the real me, you probably wouldn't love me. You only love me for who I've told you I am and who I've pretended to be. You love me for my promises. You love me for the dream that I've painted for you. You love me for all of those things. You don't love me for me. Trust me. You don't love me for me. You think you do, but you don't. Because the truth is, I've cheated on you. And the karmic would be torn apart to realize how many people that this person has actually been with. And I feel like this is the Mari show, or, one of those weird talk shows where it's like, Mari's like, come on to the stage, Jennifer. Come on up. So, Jennifer, tell me a little bit about yourself. You've been in this relationship for 13 years. You have 2 babies with this man. But you feel like he's been keeping secrets. You feel like he's distant from you. Yes, sir. I feel like he's distant. I feel like there's something he's hiding, and I want to know what the secrets are. Something's wrong. I can't put my finger on it, but there's some emotional walls up. And then Mari's like, "Hey, let's go ahead and call Brian to the stage. Brian, come on up, join us up here." And Brian comes walking up there, and he's just like, "Hey." And he's like, "Brian, why are you making Jennifer feel so lost in this relationship? Why don't you just get honest with her?" "Mari, I don't want to hurt Jennifer. Jennifer's done a lot for me. Jennifer's the mother of my kids. Jennifer's been there for me. Jennifer provides for our home. Jennifer's been there for me when I'm down on my luck. I don't want to hurt Jennifer." "So you don't want to hurt Jennifer, but you're here living in the house, using her body, her bed, her home, wasting years of her life because you don't want to hurt her." "That's correct, Mari." "So you're here, but you're not here." "That's correct." "Why don't you just tell Jennifer what you've really been up to so she can move on with her life? One moment of pain is better than a lifetime of not knowing, not feeling happy, drug in the ground, and just confused." "Jennifer, we've hired a private investigator to follow Brian around for a few days, and here's some of the evidence we've uncovered." And then the girl looks over. This is like a total Mari show, right? Jennifer looks over like, "Oh, really? There's secrets. I knew there were secrets, but dang, let's go ahead and see the secrets." And Mari reveals, not only has Brian been talking to other girls online, but there's 20. And Jennifer's like, "Oh my God, I thought there'd be 1 or 2, but 20? We've also revealed that Brian's been doing this for the entire duration of your relationship. Some of these girls he's been talking to have been around for 5 years. Some of these girls he's been talking to have been around for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And now Jennifer's like, "Oh my God, do they know about me? Do they know about me?" It also has been revealed that 3 out of the 20 girls know about you and are okay with the situation. "Oh, what about my babies? What about my life?" It's like total violation. Total violation. And then Mari's like, "It's also been revealed that when he says he's at work, he is, but he leaves early to go visit so-and-so. It's also been revealed that when he says he's going to this store or that store or over here, no, he's actually visiting one of these girls." "Oh my God, it can't get any worse." Oh, we have more, Jennifer. It's also been revealed, my team has found out through tracking devices, that while you're at home taking a shower or cooking or cleaning, or just in your room hanging out and you guys are distant because of the distance, the emotional distance, that he gets on his phone and reaches out to girls while you are in the home. "Oh my God, while I'm right there. It's also been revealed that you have been fully awake and nearby when he's been pretending to talk to his sister, but it's not. It's somebody else. Oh my God. It's also been revealed that he has been hiding these contacts through different apps, so you would be unable to find this information. Oh my God. I have all his logins. I didn't know it was this bad. I had no idea. Jennifer, it's also been revealed that when he's not busy with these other women, he's online and has registration on several different pornography accounts. He has been logged in and in communication with working girls, with sites where you can interact with different women if you pay them to do things for you online. Oh my God! No, 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 I can't. So are you telling me that he's not helping me with money? Or he can't pay more because he's blowing money on other women? Yes. Oh my God! Are you telling me he doesn't want to marry me? Meanwhile, he's just using me while he's using my home and my internet and my bed to do this? That's correct, Jennifer. Oh my God! And now that, Brian's over there like, I didn't want to hurt you, Jennifer. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want to hurt you. And Jennifer's like, if you loved me, you wouldn't be doing none of this stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're only sorry you got caught. And it's like, yeah, he's only sorry he's gotten caught. Because the truth is, this person has not been real with you the entire time. And it's like, shocker. Why didn't you trust the red flags? Why didn't you trust your intuition when it was ringing the bells? Something's not right. But instead, Jennifer, karmic, you want to stay here. 4 cups. 2 cups in reverse, 4 cups in reverse, ticking time bomb in reverse, bottled up emotions in the reverse, devil in the reverse. You don't want to face the devil. You don't want to face the facts. You don't want to face the truth. This is inevitable. This is over. You don't want this person to move, to go, to leave, but that's where you're headed. And it's like, this is the Mari Povich show. At the end of the day, karmic is just sitting there crying, oh, my kids, my family, I'm so embarrassed. Why couldn't you just tell me? Why did we have to go on a talk show? Why did you drag this out? And the loser behind the video is just like, I'm sorry. And now with tarot, we can get a little bit deeper into situations, right? I see the heart of someone, like their real feelings, the subconscious, etc. This man or woman did not intend, Brian didn't intend to seek out the karmic and destroy them. Like, that was not the intention. It was, you caught me in a let's just say a rebound. You caught me in the middle of a change. I was transitioning. I wasn't who I am today. I wasn't who I was in the past, but I wasn't who I am today. I was in a transition period. It's almost like they were going through a divorce. How many of us have ever dated someone who's going through a divorce? And let me tell you, it's the craziest relationship because they always tell you they're ready. They always tell you they know what they want. They always make it seem like they're really happy to be connected with you. But really, they are hurting, suffering, crying. They're in the dark night of the soul. They have a lot of subconscious thoughts about being a failure, a disappointment. They're just beating themselves up mentally and emotionally. They're asking themselves a million things. They're grieving the loss of that marriage and relationship whilst trying to grab onto something new. Really what it is I just want to hang on to someone like a lifeboat. I'm drowning here and I just need a lifeboat. I don't want to live in the lifeboat. I just want somewhere to be till I get from the sinking ship to shore. And that's really how it is dating somebody that's going through a divorce. And like I said, it doesn't matter how much they tell you they're ready, they're willing, they're blah, blah, blah. They never are. They're totally in the dark night. And so, I kind of feel like this is a rebound. And the karmic is a rebound. And it's just like, they're upset because they thought I was going to have this great marriage, this great life. My uncle's married to this woman, and she respected my aunt and never messed around with him while he was married. But he always flirted with her and came at her. She was his son's hairstylist, and it was a crazy situation. But she tried to respect it. They would talk on the phone, exchange numbers, but I guess she says they never did anything. I don't know. But he wasn't just talking to her, he was talking to a few other girls. And she says she didn't do anything at the time because, she wouldn't. But there was a couple other girls that did. Anyways, he ended up getting divorced from my aunt when my aunt found out he was completely unfaithful. And believe me, there was about 3 girls at the time. So he jumped on rebound with one girl who was way too young and just used him for his money. It didn't go well. She ended up dating another guy her age. He was about 20 years older than her. So she dated another guy her age in the nice condo he bought her, and he went crazy because he showed up and the guy was there, and she's like, I never loved you. Anyways, he was upset because he blamed her for his divorce. Never blamed himself. Of course, it wasn't his fault. Anyways, so then he moved on real quick to the hairstylist, and he was like, I'm going through hell. I'm just like miserable. Like, he was just desperate to reach out to someone. So he's going through this divorce. He's going with a breakup from the other girl that he was kind of into it with. And now he's communicating with this new one, which he'd known for a while, and she seems great. She was a good girl. And she was a single mom of 2 kids. She was a hairstylist. She wasn't rich. My uncle had a lot of money. He was basically rich. So she was like, I've seen him throughout 10 years with his wife and his kids. He seems like a good man. He seems like he'd be a good husband. He seems like he's a good man. And you know what? For whatever reason, it didn't work out with him and his ex. And the other one, was crazy. So, maybe I'll give this guy a chance. Maybe I can help this man grow and be better and be happy and show him real happiness. And so she just was flooded with gifts, flowers, romance. He invited her to stay with him in his big house. She just lived in a little apartment. So she was bedazzled, and she started thinking, wow, I'm going to have even better than what his ex-wife had. And my Aunt Laura, his ex had it all. They had 2 golf club memberships with a pool. It was a golf club, whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. They had 2 memberships, credit cards on file. They could get whatever they want over there. We would go swimming over there every summer and just order stuff from the food snack bar, quesadillas, drinks, whatever, and just swim all day. It was great. He had several cars. He had a 8-bedroom house, 3 stories, view of the mountains in the city, epic on top of a hill. He had a basketball court, hot tub, playground yard for the kids, trampoline, fire pit, you name it. Everyone had multiple cars, the best furniture, the best electronics, trips and vacations whenever they wanted to go, wherever they wanted to go. Pets galore, whatever pet they wanted, just toys, whatever they wanted. And, my aunt kept a really clean house. She really did a beautiful job decorating and taking care of the kids. It was really impressive how she handled everything. Beautiful life. They had a beautiful life in a beautiful neighborhood. I mean, the life anybody would really want, you would think. But it was really unhappy and miserable because of, obviously, the infidelity. So, long story, right? The stylist, the hairstylist, right? The new wife now, but the stylist then was bedazzled. And she was like, wow, I've never dreamt of a life like this. I can have a life like this. And I love him and he loves me. I'm attracted to him. He's attracted to me. We're going to have a good life. And she was just like, wow, this is going to be the love of my life. This is just going to be the greatest time of my life. They both went through relationships prior and were hoping that, hey, this one's going to work. This one's going to be good. I don't think she realized all his dirty secrets. I don't think she realized what a manipulator and narcissist my uncle is. She didn't realize. She didn't realize how he's very, very good at sells and selling people and playing games and manipulating people. She also didn't realize how abusive he was, because there was abuse in that relationship. A good life sometimes comes with terrible exchange for what you have. It's just very, very sad. Long story short, though, today, she caught him in this period where he was transitioning and going through the dark night, and he was just sweeping her off her feet. I'm talking taking her to the Nutcracker, taking her to shows, taking her out to eat at the most expensive steakhouses, taking her on vacations to Mexico, to the Caribbean, to Hawaii, to just, flourishing trips on her, inviting her to live in his big home and buying her jewelry, diamonds, things at Tiffany's. Like, she was just like, oh my God, we're so in love. But believe it or not, he kind of quickly changed. And she always wondered, where do we stand? Are we going to get married? Are we going to get married? And she was dating him for about 4 to 6 years at the time. No ring, like engagement ring, no ring. And where's this going? And she hung in there. And he started to turn. He went from being all into her to cheating again. But it was worse because she wasn't committed to, she didn't have a ring, she didn't own the house, nothing. So when they got into a fight about cheating, she was kicked out, kicked to the curb. And then he would come back and woo her. And then they had this back and forth in and out of the house. I love you, but we'll figure it out. And it was always drama. And he got into drugs. And, he started really being sick, cheating on her with other women. And it was just like she couldn't trust him. The relationship went to crap, and then they started walking on eggshells, and then abuse started happening. And he did this for about a decade. And his kids didn't like her. He told gossiping lies about her, so the kids didn't like her. They viewed her as the homewrecker, which she wasn't. It was actually the other one. But whatever. It's like they viewed her in such an ugly way. He created such an ugly story. And when he was this close to losing her completely, and she was like, it's over. I'm going to see other people. I can't do this with you anymore. He proposed, gave her a ring. At this point in time, he was going bankrupt. And he bought her a ring from my grandma's credit card. She didn't know this, of course, but he was starting to go down the hole. He started selling all his furniture. All the nice things he had in that home were left with the divorce, plus the nice things he had left he was selling. And his life was just starting to burn up to smoke. It was just turning into shambles. The home was falling apart. It was a big empty house. He was just abusive, mean, and miserable. And, this is not the exact story that I'm reading. I just wanted to paint a picture that it fell apart, okay? And he tried to save it with a marriage. And he did get married to her at a courthouse, or I guess they got married in Vegas. He tried to be somewhat romantic. They got married in Vegas. And she was trying to be happy that he finally took the step. He finally showed the kids, see, I married her. I love her. She's not that bad. She tried so hard to get along with his kids, and nope, didn't work. They hated her. He was just being a jerk. And you know what? When they got married, do you think it got better? It got worse. It went from all of that for a decade to physical abuse. Verbal, mental, and physical. Straight up punching her. Now that she's his wife. Not only that, he lost everything. So the big house on the hill, gone. The nice cars, gone. In fact, a couple of his front teeth, gone due to drugs. The romantic pizzazz of this guy just dwindled away to nothing. to not even being able to take care of their own home, to where they were missing things at home that they needed. He couldn't do much. He tried to at first kind of fix up their house and make it livable, but all the while putting her down that her little house wasn't good enough. And she'll never be good enough. You'll never be my ex-wife. You'll never be what I had. That's right, she won't. She can't be what he had because she's somebody else. And he never embraced who she was. And now they're in their 60s and miserable, and it's amazing how many decades were blown away and wasted. 20 years wasted on a man that at the end of the day never loved her, never was honest and faithful, and never really wanted the situation as it was. But 20 years is gone. Now she's in her 60s. Back then, she had a second chance at life in her 40s to find love again, to remarry, to be happy, to have a life. And instead, she chose to stay stuck with someone like that. Why? Because of promises that never really happened. Because of BS, because of dragging it on, because I didn't want to hurt you. So it has some relation to this reading, because we've got a karmic here as the emperor, who's the man in this relationship, or quote unquote, the father, the caretaker, the provider, the security, the consistency in this relationship. We have this karmic that wants to fix things 2 times. I really want to fix this between you and I. But the fact remains, this person is just not the same person you met, not the person that they said they were, that you believed they were. I'm sorry, but we have a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde. We have 222, okay, which is very duplicitous. And we do have a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And so for the karmic, just walking on eggshells, not wanting to end this, really hoping to turn this ship around, it's a sinking ship. And it's going to founder. And the way this person sees it with the karmic is it's already dead in the water, cow skull. And if it wasn't for the money, the house, or let's just say the comfortable consistency, if it wasn't for that stability that the karmic is providing, they'd be gone. They would be gone right away, because this was just a stepping stone. This was middle ground. This was just rebound. And if they lost this house, if they lost the job, if they wouldn't even be together. It's just the consistency that's keeping this together. And if it wasn't for the karmic holding the reins and keeping this somewhat intact, like making sure the home is clean, paid for, groceries, if it wasn't up to the karmic, this man or woman down here would be completely lost. Broke, losing their car, not able to provide food, let alone a home, struggling to provide even a roof over their head, just drowning. And so again, it's like, I'm here because not only do I not want to hurt you, but I don't think I'd be very fine on my own. Which is just like my uncle. I think he finally married her because he lost his house. He went bankrupt. He had shot credit and he needed somewhere to live. He could have been with his parents, but that's not fun at 50 years old. So he married her so he could stabilize his life somewhat. have a roof over his head. Is he miserable? Oh yeah. But that's life. Okay, let's get some soul truth. Are you guys following me on this reading here? 55 minutes, go figure. How does my body want to move today? When we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. The new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? I think the karmic wants to move, or the karmic wants, you know, on a soul level for this person to move, or the karmic just wants to move on. What truth does the karmic need to know? The karmic has been so depressed, they even have a hard time moving around the house and just going, because there's a lot of depression here for the karmic. But she or he tries to like do what they need to do, but they're kind of frozen in their body. You can have a lot of trauma and your body can feel frozen up. And so the karmic feels kind of like, I'm stuck, I'm a little frozen, I've got to thaw myself out and start moving. The karmic needs to know that there's some shocking revelations that he or she would never have imagined. Shocking. Shocking at the pitiful truth. Things the karmic would never even imagine or believe has happened. The karmic would be shocked. I know this guy that's sleeping around with his ex, and he told everybody he hates her. He told his current wife or fiance, or let's just call her karmic, that he's in love with her, he's into her, he's going to marry her. And oh, his ex is psycho, psychotic, lying. He calls her a bitch all the time. He makes a mockery of his ex, like she's the worst baby's mom in the world, and she forced it on him, and she's a liar, and she's a manipulator, and she's a bee, and he hates her, and he can't even stand being 2 feet from her, and he won't talk to her. Terrible man, to be honest, to talk that way about the mother of his child. He even has her name in the phone stored as like, it was my best friend's friend, let's see what it said, my kid, or it's like my son, my kid or my son, not her name, her phone number. And this kid doesn't have a cell phone. This kid doesn't have a freaking number, can't even spell, read, or write, but he's got my son or my kid in there for the title of the phone number. He used to have it logged in as my XB or something. And then he's got his current relationship as wifey or my wife, something like that, because it makes her feel good. And they even have matching tattoos on their ring finger. Like, he really wants her to feel like she's wifey. But I know a secret that they don't know, and my friend knows the secret that they don't know. And there's a lot of people that do this. I even have another friend who's in the same situation in California. But I can tell you, she would be shocked to learn that they talk all the time through a whole nother chat app. And he calls her several times a day. And they chat about everything, what he ate for dinner. Okay, like everything. What he's doing, where he's going, what's going on in his life. Like they talk about everything. And they obviously sleep together. So there's a lot of intimacy. And I don't know the personal details of their relationship, but I can tell you it's hotel rooms. I can tell you it's in the back seat of cars, front seat of cars, a lot. I can tell you I know some raunchy things. And shocking, that woman would be shocked to learn that this person that he claims he hates, he's actually still seeing. And I think has been for years. So I guess that's kind of what comes to my mind about shocking. Like this karmic would be shocked to learn the truth about who this person really is and what he or she's really up to. And just like that Mari Povich explanation I used earlier for Jennifer and Brian, in that little story, boy, Jennifer was shocked, wasn't she? At everything she learned on our little fake Mari show. And it's like, this is just coming in loud and clear for the karmic. You would be shocked to learn the truth. And it makes the karmic look really pitiful that they would want to be stuck in this relationship at all. And what lack of self-love they must really have for themselves to want to be with someone who's clearly not present. How sad for the karmic to want to fix this. 2 times we got that card. How sad. They want to fix it. And this other person's like, fine, I'll stick around, but I'm still going to be back and forth between you and other people. I'm still going to be playing the field, 7 of Cups. And inevitably, the way this person feels is I already know it's over. We're going to have an abrupt ending at some point. The World card. It's like they already know it's over and you've wasted your time. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody here could have wasted 7 years, maybe 8 years, maybe less, maybe more, but whatever. It's like you've wasted a very substantial amount of years in this relationship. It's been a big waste of time, and they're going to continue to waste it. Why? Because this person is superficial, not a real person. Last down there, we have embarrassment. Imagine how embarrassing it is to be that karmic. I mean, one minute you're making plans. Maybe you've had plans, and in a few years when the kids graduate, we're going to move. We're going to move to Denver. We're going to move to Milwaukee. We're going to move to, Cleveland. We're going to move to LA. We're going to move to Tampa. We're going to move to Boise. You name it. It's like they have these plans, right? We're going to move. We're going to be happy. We're going to own a house. We're going to get married. We're going to have this, that. Do you really believe that? And it's like, what if they have family? What if they have another child that's far from graduating? Are they going to up and leave that child? Just because the oldest is graduated? Are they going to leave their family or friends? Are they going to really do that? Are they really going to leave with you? Do you believe that? No. And even if you do manage to move, what a low life. And they're never going to be fully gone. They'll come back. They'll come back, they'll visit, they'll keep in contact. You're lying to yourself. And even if you can keep somebody's pants on physically, what about emotionally, mentally, virtually? You may want to keep your person's pants on, but can you stop them from texting these porn girls? Can you stop them from doing videos and chatting and opening up with their exes or ex? I mean, I don't know. Some people don't care. They're like, well, as long as they come home to me, I don't care. And that creates bad karma on that person, to be honest, because they're allowing it. And then it creates karma for that person they're with and the person that person's connecting with, just by their allowing it and just kind of giving it a stamp of approval. And it's never going to work out that way. And again, we revisit desperation. When people say, I don't care what they do behind my back, as long as they come home to me, that's desperation. If it's, oh, I just found out the truth, shocking as it was, but I don't care, I'm going to stick around anyways because they said they want to be with me. And again, revisit desperation. And it's all desperation till it just abruptly ends. And the person who it's really sad for is the karmic. You guys with me on this one? Sorry for the dog and the snoring again. His life is just naps. All right, Spirit, what do you see happening in this karmic message? This pitiful, desperate karmic message. You know, again, they're with someone that's just superficial and fake and manipulative. Again, this is someone who used the karmic as a rebound, but stuck around nonetheless because there's resources. There's other resources that are keeping this person around. And again, the karmic is just walking around on eggshells, on a minefield, trying to pretend and act like we can fix it when we know that's the situation that, I don't know. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have emergence. The card that came out is liberation in the reverse. I know this is stepping up and leveling up, which this card tells the karmic. I know the wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. That's kind of emergence, because it's like you need to step up for yourself. It's not your fault what this person did to you, but it's your responsibility to get out of it and not be so desperate sitting around waiting for something that's never going to happen. So the liberation card in reverse, it's not yet time to break free. We wait for the universe to align with our effort. We may be trying too hard, or controversially, we may be depending too much on forces outside ourselves, waiting for someone to do the liberating. Check in honestly with what's going on. Take a look at this card and everything you need to know about breaking free. How does it feel in your imagination if you were to let go and be free of this person? Imagine grasping that vision and visualizing what that life would be like. Feel the chain snap and the ball fall away from this man or this woman. You too can be free. Chains represent the limited beliefs, the self-talk, and the often inherited situation that you've created that you feel you can't shake off. I'm kind of feeling like I can't break up because what about our kid? I can't break up because what about his daughter? I can't break up because what about the house? We signed another lease. I can't break up. You know, it's excuse, 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 chains, chains, chains. Let's talk about liberation. By the way, 9 times out of 10, if you tell your landlord, we don't want to get a domestic situation, I'm going through a divorce and a separation, things have changed, I need to leave for my own safety, my own sanity, and my children's, or we need to break up before we tear this house down. Chances are the landlord's going to be more than happy to break the lease, probably at no charge. All you have to do is explain, we're having some, you know, serious things going on here and police are involved and like, we need to get out. We need to separate and I can't manage this home on my own and neither can he. Can you give us 30 days to be out? Can you please release us from this lease? I promise we'll keep it clean. We'll leave in peace. The landlord is more than happy to say, fine. I know they want their money, but they also don't want their house burned down. I know they want their money, but they also don't want a murder scene at their house. You know, I know they want their money, but they don't want a scene in the neighborhood with screaming and fighting and guns going off. Like, you never know. It's like, believe me, landlords are happy to end something when there's domestic violence or a domestic disputed situation. So that is one way to talk to your landlord and say, listen, I know I'm under lease, but can we sublease it? Maybe I can find somebody to take over my lease, or can you break me from my lease? That's how it works. Smart people know this. So it's like, if this person is worried about that, fix it. If this person is worried about, I don't know how I'm going to financially survive, then go find some place within your means, or get a roommate, or rent out a basement. Like, find some place within your means. It may not be what you have now, but it's better than being in a loveless, cheating, lying relationship in which you feel depressed, empty, suicidal, desperate, and like you're walking on eggshells. And if you think it's better off to live in a house on eggshells, you're going to catch yourself an ulcer or a heart attack. You're going to ruin your kidney. You're going to have problems. This is no way to stay in a relationship. So it says, liberate yourself, emerge from all of this. All right, let's get a message from Spirit. And I hope you guys are following my new zodiac readings. I just started that yesterday. I've already done Pisces and Virgo for the nodes. So if you guys want to watch those zodiac signs, they're available on my channel here on YouTube. Just click live. When you go to my channel, don't look at all the recent uploads and videos. Go to live, and you're going to see all the good material. So go over there. And then later today, I'm going to be doing Aquarius and Leo. So what does Spirit want to say about this? Spirit says you have choices. Mind versus heart, feeling torn. So Spirit's like, I know you're torn. I know your mind's like, get out of here. But your heart is like, I love him. Or I love her. I get that. And so this is a Hanged Man. Number 12, Major Arcana. And it's just like, what do I do? Where do I go? Down here we have 44, Serendipity. Something good is coming. Okay? Trust in Spirit, trust in the Lord, trust in the universe. Okay? Something good is going to come. You're not meant to just be in this toxic, negative situation for this long. It's followed by Entangled, one thing after the other. You know, this is going to take a little bit of time to get out of, but I think you're going to make a choice to get untangled. Otherwise, this is going to be the never-ending story. And remember, love is a journey, so just keep swimming. You need to get better perspective. You need to see things differently, okay? So Karmic, let's get one last bit of advice for you. What do you need to know in love? All right, what does the Karmic need to know about love? Okay. Bottom of the deck, wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. So we do have some Hanged Man energy, Karmic, like it's gonna be probably, we did get 2 cups in the timing area of your reading. So the timing is 60 days. Don't forget. So I do think, you know, something's going to pop off within 2 months. All right. So look around mid-November. You're going to see some big changes in your situation. But it's time to start making some choices. Bottom of the deck, we have the Black Unicorn. Never got that one before. And Valor. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what you need to know about love. Life. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For my love transcends space and time, and nothing is missing. I think this is more of God, the creator, the universal spark of existence, connecting with you, saying, I know you don't feel super safe. I know you don't feel loved, but you're my beloved. And even though I may not be in the physical realm with you, I am with you spiritually. So this is Spirit saying, I am with you. You're my beloved, and I love you unconditionally. So let's see, Valor. So this is a battle. So this card suggests that the battle is necessary, and you're going to have an inevitable battle coming ahead. There will be a circumstance when you're called into conflict, and you're going to have to consider the best method in that response. But choosing to not respond or enter into combat may be the best course of action. Like, don't get baited into a huge domestic fight, right? This card reminds you that there will be times when it's vital for you to stand your ground, but be wary of this. The appearance of this card could signify that there is tension in the air. Quarrels and other kinds of maybe even non-physical warfare could be headed your way. So figure out the best option. Unfortunately, we all fall prey to criticisms and condemnation from others. But this card reminds you that there are some disputes we simply cannot walk away from. So again, you know, Karmic, you're trying to avoid the inevitable ending. You would like this to work out, but don't be like Jennifer in the Mari Povich story. Don't be that desperate. Don't be the woman that's with my uncle, hoping for blue skies, even though all the red flags are here. You know, it's like, enough. Are you going to blow 20 years like she did? Because she's 60s now. She was 40s when she got with him. How much time are you going to blow and waste? Then we're going to read the Black Unicorn.